I should be celebrating. We've done a milestone. Welcome back to Rob's Feed. Today, this is episode number 75. That's the milestone. And I'm Rob Schendel. This happens to me, I'd say at least once a week. Someone who doesn't know me but wants to talk. And usually what I'll do is I'll have my earbuds from my iPod will be in my ear. I can pretty well ignore anybody. They're not offended. They think I can't hear them because I'm blasting Lady Gaga or something, which I'm not. If I am blasting anything, it's a conversation or a discussion about technology, probably because it's another podcast that I'm listening to on my iPod. But this happened yesterday. Somebody came up, and again, it happens every week, just to look at me saying, "You're military, aren't you?" And I'm intrigued by that, because I said it does happen a lot. I look military. That's my style. I like to say I have a blue-collar / military style. But I'm just amazed at how it was no effort. Well, my haircut's kind of military, but with really no effort, people just assume that. So I guess this must go back to the previous episode that I talked about acting, straight acting. I guess that's fine. I like that. I'd like to be thought as military. And then this guy had to start talking about the president withdrawing the troops from Iraq. And I had to let him know that I did have a little knowledge on the subject because there's still 50,000 remaining there. And I asked him, why? Sure, there's 50,000 non-combat troops still left in Iraq. But do the Iraqians know they're non-combat? Does the enemy know? We're not done until those 50,000 are gone as well. But back to style. I like my style. And another thing I like is that locally here in the Chicago area, we have a gay hero. Now, this is interesting because the other day, while watching Countdown with Keith Olbermann, Keith has this worst persons in the world shtick that he does every episode. And this particular one was this head of this hospital up in Kenosha, Wisconsin, I believe it is, who billed this kid. Well, let me tell you the story. On August 23rd, Trevor Hall, 17-year-old Trevor Hall from Zion, Illinois, was traveling with a group of family and friends at Silver Lake in Kenosha, Wisconsin. They were there for a picnic, and ultimately what happened, I won't read the whole story, but I'll let you know where to read it yourself. If you go to WindyCityMediaGroup.com, it's right there. He jumped in the water when somebody was drowning, someone he didn't know, a 14-year-old kid bobbing in the water, and the paramedics were called and all this stuff. Both he and the victim had swallowed so much water that when the paramedics arrived, they insisted that he too go to the hospital to be checked out. And then Keith Olbermann had to name the head of that hospital, worst person in the world, for billing this 17-year-old kid, who was this hero, several $1,000s for hospital expenses. That I did see a retraction on that later, that they had decided against billing him for it, but that wouldn't cover the $800 for the ambulance. But that's even not my point. My point is that this is a 17-year-old, well-adjusted gay kid from Zion, Illinois, and if you go there, you'll see this nice picture of our hero with the Secretary of State Jesse White and State Representative Jack Franks. He's given a proclamation and a check to cover the outstanding ambulance bill. And he looks very nice in the picture. But I'm just overwhelmed that this as I said, well-adjusted gay kid did the heroic thing. Dateline Australia. Anti-gay member of parliament says porn was research. Well, I guess the United States doesn't have any monopoly on right-wing hypocrisy, because the Reverend Fred Nile, what they call a Christian Democrat member of parliament in New South Wales, Australia, said that porn accessed on a parliamentary computer under his login likely resulted from official research and not someone sitting there perving. According to the Herald Sun, the parliamentary audit turned up close to 200,000 hits, which Nile blamed on research for his efforts to tame the porn industry. Nile said he asked for an investigation into whether the computer system had been hacked, and added that he welcomed the forthcoming investigation into his office's other computers. Enough said. Well, no, I won't say. Right-wing hypocrisy. If you'd like to check that article out yourself, go to theadvocate.com. So we talked about something I liked a lot with a gay hero, something I dislike a lot with a right-wing hypocrite, anti-gay creep, and back to something I like. As I mentioned at the beginning, 75 episodes. Now, there are hundreds of thousands of podcasts out there, and usually someone starts podcasting with all the greatest intentions, all the excitement in the world, and they even invest in some equipment and things, and then 4 or 5 episodes or so, oh, it's a drag, something, and they fade. In fact, they actually call it pod fading. I think that 75 episodes indicates that I'm not about to pod fade. We started this, the first episode was published on October 13th of 2009. As I'm speaking to you now, it is September 3rd, 2010, and that's 75 episodes. 7-point-something episodes a month, and I'm quite pleased. I'm quite proud of having done that. And I have to thank you for watching and making it worthwhile. Thank you very much. Now, if this is a low-key celebration, I think that's all I'm going to say.